guys, how are you? I'm back. Let's continue with the world building. Alright, just had some food and I feel absolutely great right now. Got my energy back. Took a little shower. So now I'm fresh and ready to go. Alright. Let's see what can we do. Super awesome. Okay, it's time to get those creative juices flowing. Okay, just activating the vertical stream. And let's go live. Boom, boom. And let's check some music. Let's change the music for something more. Let's see. Maybe this one. Okay. All right. I think we are live now. Perfect. Great, great, great. Connection's good. Let's start this live stream. All right. We have the jungle and right here. Jungle environment. Looking sweet. Getting the basics down. But it's time to actually go back a little bit, go back and refine a little bit what I was trying to do. Oh, now it works. Hey, nice. I'm getting the lighting I want in here. Very happy about this. Okay, let's go. It's time to make something super cool. Okay. This swamp environment, I'm obsessed with this environment. Like, I don't know why I like swamp environment so much. It kind of like reminds me one time that I went to this lake called La Laguna de Lule. Like Rubber Lagoon in Spanish, let's say. And they were like very little kind of crocodiles called caimanes. And we went fishing with my dad and in a like inflatable toy boat kind of thing, and just the setting, like everything's so mossy, so much vines, like so many vines going down and stuff. That's kind of like the feeling I want to get here. I don't know why I get so passionate about these biomes. So let's see if I got this right. Let's see if I actually learned some PCG. Okay, I'm going to go to PCG swamp. Okay, and I'm going to just turn off everything. Boom. I'm going to go to open the PCG graph and I'm going to just disconnect this. I'm going to cancel execution and pause regeneration. That should, and we started with disconnection. No. Oh, I'm really praying that the internet gods will allow me to stream today. There's something about streaming that pushes me to go harder with my work. Maybe the fact that people might be watching and you want to look good, you want to look professional while you actually do your work, it kind of like pushes you a little bit. And then sometimes you have those magic moments where like, oh, everything just works. Once I disconnect everything from the PCG graph, I'm able to actually work. So let's get also the local fog turned off. This local fog, beautiful, seriously beautiful stuff. So I'm going to go into the modeling tab and I'm going to choose draw spline. This spline will allow us to make a little path through here around this area and this will cut off all the vegetations inside the little town. I'm gonna go here and just cut a little bit of vegetation. And actually, let's make this spline a little bigger, so we just need to make it one connection in the graph. And I want to cut all the vegetation nearby this area, because on the second floor, let's say the third floor, I want to have a very kind of like a witch house, like something like a voodoo doctor, or some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of like Amazon kind of like how do you call that, like dark magic stuff, I don't know, some kind of like is it like voodoo doctor, like some stuff like that. I forgot the name, which is in real life it's kind of scary. Like people who like deal with that stuff is kind of scary. We do have that stuff in the Caribbean side in Costa Rica, and like I heard stories. I don't want to like get involved in that. They say that if you mistreat like a girl or something, and she cuts your hair, or she cuts your nails or something, she can like do some crazy magic on you, and you will have very bad luck. I don't believe that much in that stuff, but a lot of people talk about it, so it might be true. Okay, so this spline, I'm going to call it SP. It's gonna be SP Swamp Swamp Town, maybe. It's not a swamp town, but a settlement, or let's call it like little town. It's okay, just Swamp Town. And I'm going to copy the name, go to tag, and I'm going to add a tag to this spline called exactly the same. It's gonna be SP Swamp Town. Now I want to save, and I want to double check by clicking again. Okay, it's there, it's working. So now I want to look the PCG graph that I have, the procedural content generator called Swamp. Inside this graph, I want to create a new node, which is going to be called Get Spline Data. Get Spline Data. And this spline data needs to actually get the actor filter old world actors, and we add the actor selection tag, and we copy the name SP Swamp Town. Just copy the name exactly how you have it, and this thing is going to cut all the swamp moss and small roots into the spline sampler, which goes into the point sampler, which goes into the bound modifier, and is going to go into the difference node, meaning that everything that is inside this spline gets cut. That's how you control a little bit of the PCG actors. So let's cut the trees as well, and maybe just cut everything. There's ferns. Let's cut everything. And small rocks, we can leave the small rocks, no problem. Once we have that, I'm gonna connect the landscape data to the surface sampler, so we can regenerate this environment. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the swamp PCG, and I'm going to actually make it visible, and I should get a loading bar that is going to process this thing for us. I have the pause regeneration thing. Let's take that off. Let's save. Let's see if it actually is processing. Awesome. If you're watching this on the vertical stream, you can go back to my YouTube channel and see the horizontal stream. That way you will be able to see all the menus and everything. Unfortunately, on the vertical stream I cannot add the menus because it's just too little and we don't have much space in the vertical. Okay, so we need to spawn a forest right here. What's actually happening? We got rid of everything. I think the spline was a little bit too effective. Ah, I see. We have a multiple splines here, and that might be causing
Hello.
an issue.
I'm learning Unreal and it looks intimidating. This looks so cool.
I
I'll be
appreciate it.
watching while I model some assets for my class. Smiley face.
I appreciate it so much. Yes, Unreal is a very intimidating. So it's a very big software, and like any other 3D program, is definitely intimidating. But don't think that you need to learn everything. Go little by little. For example, if you're modeling a model, try to first model something nice, try to import it into Unreal. If you have problems importing, you can get this option, which is remove degenerates. You can take that option off so you don't get any holes in your model. Sometimes some triangles and some stuff Unreal takes away. And just try to import a model and light it up and connect the textures. Maybe you can use Substance Painter and make some textures and just learn how to connect a simple material, and you go little by little. Don't need to overwhelm yourself with all the things. And it's super fun. Like, for example, I'm just focusing on environments right now and a little bit on blueprints. It's a big world. Like, Unreal Engine is like a universe of itself. So it's nice to focus on something and then go from there. There's a learning tab in the Epic Games launcher that comes with a lot of little projects. So you can use that to get a better idea of how professionals use Unreal Engine. For example, if you're trying to light a character, there's like a template for lighting metahumans, and you can get a great idea of how lighting works, what the settings are. That's how I started, actually, using a lot of templates. And then you see how people use the settings and what works, what doesn't. Super, super nice. And thankfully we have YouTube, where you can search anything. Like, you have problems with something, you look it up, and most likely somebody has a tutorial on it. The problem is when you start adding too much together. When you start adding a lot of things together, then things get a little confusing, because you don't really know what is doing what, and things get like a little confusing and like messy. So keeping it simple is the best advice I can give you. Small little projects, and you will have a lot of fun, and you will see a lot of progress. Because when you don't see progress, it kind of like makes you unmotivated, right? And you don't want that. You want to always be motivated. Okay, let's see what spline I'm doing right here. I'm using PCG right now, which is new system that came with Unreal Engine 5. I forgot 5 point something, and basically you spawn objects, you scatter objects procedurally through the environment using different nodes, and then you use splines to control where you want to spawn these things and where you don't want them. And then you have like a density filter and a noise filter. It's pretty much like other programs do it as well. And it has a lot to do with the foliage tools. Foliage tools in Unreal, they are so nice. They're so nice. Really like that. But you can do foliage tools for any other asset. It doesn't need to be a foliage actor. You can like spawn static meshes. Any static mesh can be converted into a foliage actor just by dropping it into the foliage tab. So you can be spawning like alien rocks, I don't know, say buildings, whatever you want. You can really get creative. Alright, here is where things get a little tricky, because I have two splines cutting off the same thing. We have the I already have the I have the same spline named the same. Oops. Naming conventions, it's so important. As a 3D artist, you need to be very organized, and the naming conventions are super important. That's why I'm having trouble, because I have the same spline named the same, and this is not exactly what I need. So I'm going to call this spline, let's see, this spline, I'm gonna call it a Swamptown 2. Let's see, and I'm going to modify the tag. The tag name is actually what it's being referenced to the PCG graph. Okay, nice. Now it's working. Now it's only using the spline town number 1. That's amazing. Okay, great. Now we are getting what I want, a little bit of foliage closer to the town. That's amazing. Great, great, great. We have these floating trees that I'm not a big fan of. These floating trees. One solution will be to create roots for this tree, which I think I should probably do, and just solve that issue. Because you see, like, we have a lot of roots just floating, which it doesn't really make sense. But if we add roots, now it will be more interesting, and that will make the mesh more original, more interesting. So let's try to do that with the modeling tools inside Unreal Engine, which are super powerful if you are doing blockout, and yeah, like low poly stuff, you can get away with those tools. If you are doing more realistic stuff and more detailed stuff, maybe you want to use Blender or 3D Max, Maya, or whatever works for you. Alright, so let's find this tree. This tree is called... I totally forgot how this tree was called, so let's just look it up. I think I have it somewhere here. Okay, so this tree is the swamp tree. Okay, yeah, we got the swamp trees. Perfect. I modified this with a displacement modifier, which I'm not so happy with. It doesn't look that nice. Maybe I will probably go back to what I had, but that's the thing with 3D. You need to try different things and see what works, what doesn't. Alright, let's do this tree right here. I'm going to basically put these static meshes right here, and I'm going to work on these 3. These are just stumps, but I might need to actually work on all of them. So let's go static mesh, filter, and usually you do this on another level. Usually you modify these assets in another level and then you bring them back, so it's a little bit easier to deal with. But I guess there's no problem if I just come here and go static mesh, tree, swamp. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meshes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think I have everything I need. So basically, I'm just gonna come here and I'm going to open the modeling tools, and I'm going to go to the attribute editor, and I'm going to generate polygroups. This will break the model in different, it will divide the model in different ways. We can choose phase, normal, deviation, which is not recommended. Find quads, it's probably the best one if you want to model on it. And then we have other options which are very interesting, like UV islands and so on and so forth. So let's go with quads. Once I have the quads, I want to go to model, poly edit, and I will select the things, the faces I want to actually extrude. And let's do it one by one actually. So Here I can go to face extrude and I can just pull it like any other 3D program and make it a little smaller, just to make like a tiny root right there. And we can give it a lot of detail, but I just want to keep it as simple as possible so I can really get closer to the style. I don't want to like modify it too much, because if I give it too much detail, then it might look like it's not part of the same family. I'm trying to keep that visual style consistent, which is a little interesting. Maybe I need 2 extrudes, so let's try that out. So here I'm going to extrude again, and maybe I'm going to extrude again, and I'm gonna give it a little twist. Yep. And then I'm going to extrude again, just a tiny bit, and try to like make it a little bit smaller. And then maybe we can give it a lot of detail, and roots usually go from thicker to smaller. So yeah, people might be asking like, why is this guy not using a speed tree? Which is a great program actually. Yay, that's it. We have a nice root right there. And just like that, I'm going to create some roots for the swamp. That way I can use this asset in many different ways. When you create assets for a video game, you want them to be super watertight, meaning that you can use them from any direction, from any point of view. There's actually people who make assets that you can flip with the scale tool and it changes, like rocks and stuff like that, more abstract stuff. When you have like a low poly style, wow, you can do so much. It's super interesting. Like, I've been playing with realism and like mega scans and so much like realistic stuff for so long that it feels so refreshing to actually do something stylized. It's like I feel like a kid, you know, just drawing. It's like I don't really have an outcome. I'm just trying to make something look cool, which you always need some reference. Even though it's stylized, you do need some reference. You need to follow some kind of logic. But what I'm trying to say is that it's super like free. Like you can take so many artistic liberties and like just go with the flow so nicely. That's the best feeling, when like you get like good enough in a software where you don't get stuck that often and you can just flow for hours. It's like, whoa, that's nice. That's why specializing is so nice, because you can like find that sweet spot where you can just work for hours without any interruption. But most of the time you will be like, oops, I don't know how to do this. Oh, I don't know why that is not working. That's why I finally decided to focus on environments, because I really want to create some interesting stuff. All right. Yeah, making roots, it's a little bit time consuming, but this will just elevate the whole environment, just elevate the quality so much. Will also give originality to the prop, because this asset nobody else will have it, because these are all asset packs provided by by my client who is asking me to create this environment, and I want to modify them as much as I can. So now we have a tree with roots. It looks like like pencils or something, but now we can actually flip the tree. We can actually look from above and be below, and this is super nice because this will modify all the other ones as long as I do the same work for them. Let me just double check if I'm actually referencing this tree. And yes, you see, like it's gonna look like that for each other one. You see, now it doesn't matter that it's floating, because now we have roots. Now we can add rocks in there. Now we can add more stuff. We can add vines. We can add more interesting stuff. Now if you're walking here, it's gonna look so much nicer, because this happens in nature a lot. We have landslides, and sometimes roots just look like that. So yep, let's keep on going. It's gonna take a little bit of time to do this with the rest of the trees, but it's gonna be so much worth it. All right. I remember one day one guy asking in the chat like, wow, like this guy is working in a door for like 2 hours. And I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes it happens. So if somebody comes and says like, oh, you're just acid flipping, well, I don't think so. I don't think so, because I do modify the assets. I do change the textures, I do change the materials, and I do change the topology, geometry of the assets. And I try to adapt them as much as possible, which gives it it gives more value to the game, to the player. And since it is a low poly game, wow, it's so nice to do these things. And then I will start creating like our own creatures and like flying vehicles and stuff like that. Very excited about creating like our own props from scratch. I might even do them inside the engine. That'll be super nice as well, which is 100% possible. Yep. Let's find another strategy to work a little faster and quicker. If I was in Maya or Blender, I will extrude the whole thing first and then use a component scale to scale them all together. But in Unreal, I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe there's a setting for that. The good thing about modeling inside Unreal Engine is that you can really see the texture, the lighting, everything in real time. You can get a super nice feedback, a nice kind of idea of how is this going to look in the environment right here, right now. No need to exporting, no need to go back and forward, rescaling and so on and so forth. So maybe the modeling tools are not super advanced. I mean, they are super advanced, but Obviously not like Maya or Blender or 3D Max or so on, but the fact that I can see what I'm doing in real time, like with the lighting and texture and everything inside the environment itself, it's like, whoa, hey, that's a plus. That's a plus. Okay, cool, we have another tree. Beautiful roots. It looks like a spider. It looks like it's like you don't wanna get tangled in there. Nice. Sweet, so we have 2 trees. Okay, we need to do a couple more. And finally we're gonna get this super nicely done. Yay, we got this one and this one. And we have these little 3 ones, which I should probably do not. I'm not gonna do this one actually. I'm just gonna do the other ones. That one is a special, unique tree, and that one will deserve a different treatment. You can model while having this god rays on top of your model. kinda distracting. Alright, so let's do the same thing. Attributes, generate polygroups. Let's find quads. Let's go accept. Okay, we're gonna go into model, poly edit, and then we're gonna go and select all these roots. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like if you're ever going to create an asset pack to put in a store, if you're ever going to like build a game prop, make sure that it's going to be usable from any angle. Like make it closed, so if we want to fracture it, we want to break it, we want to put it upside down, it doesn't matter. Just give the environment artist or the level designer just all the possibilities to actually make the game nicer, because sometimes you're building an environment with a mega scan and it's just a plane, and it's like, oh, I wish I could like actually rotate that. I wish I can actually have the under part of that. And sometimes it makes sense, like mega scans come from a very big hill, and it's like it's impossible to get the other side of that model unless you go into ZBrush and do some heavy lifting and think about like reimagine kind of what's going to happen behind that rock, behind that wall. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Everything to the center, it looks like a spider. Like, whoa, it looks kind of scary. Actually, this gives me some like, yeah, kind of like this vibe. Okay, actually, let's just leave it like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. We have this tree that looks like a pumpkin kind of thing. I like that. Should I do that with the rest? Or maybe we have, let's see, some variation. We have this one that changes. This is vertical. This goes all in, and we have other 3. All right, let's do it 3 more times, and let's think about more variation. The more variation we can have, the nicest. We're going to generate polygroups, find quads, and accept, and then we're going to go into model, poly edit, and try to get all these faces. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this style. It feels like Legos. It's like really reminds me of being a kid, like playing with Legos. I used to build a lot of Legos when I was a kid, and actually building Legos has a lot to do with modularity and a lot to do with environment art. It comes hand in hand. It's actually fun that I ended up working in this. Let's see, extrude, and then let's just push in, bring it up a little, And here we want some variation, because this looks very repetitive and very obvious that I just pushed everything to the inside. So let me just make this one go away. Actually, yeah, let's just make a random selection. There's a smarter way to select these faces, actually. I kinda need to do a flat selection and then just deselect the vertical line, the vertical faces, so we can have only the horizontal ones. And let me deselect this one and select that one here. Alright, and let's push it out. Boof. Not like that, but let's just go down like that. So that looks kind of nice. And now let me see if I can deselect these faces. Is it control? Yes, awesome. So yep, let's just control, and let's get this going. Yeah, today I'm gonna get this swamp right. It's been days. I'm like, every time I open the project, it's like, oh, my swamp environment is not looking nice. I need to work on it. Today I'm gonna like finish this to a point where I'm like feel proud of this. That will really motivate me to do the rest. Okay, cool. That's amazing. Nice. Nice. We have another tree. Let's add a little bit more of variation. Not totally satisfied with the length of this. Can I actually push it down and scale and move? Okay, that's cool. And then here I can actually go and push it down, and actually here I can also just push down, so we have a different length of roots, because having everything flat, really, that's not how nature looks like. Nature is super chaotic, like super. There's a lot of disorder, even though it follows like a pattern. It's kind of fun. It follows the golden ratio. How do you call that? The Fibonacci sequence. But at the same time, it's like when you look at all these organisms together, it's just a bunch of chaos. Even though each one is following like a mathematical kind of like sequence to grow. Maybe that's why nature is so beautiful. It really so nice how every game, mostly every game, adds foliage and like needs that reference to nature. Like, I mean, like, makes sense, right? You need your environment to be relatable, and we live like in a planet full of nature, so that's how it works. There's actually people who only work doing foliage for games. That's crazy. Now that megascans are not going to be free any longer next year, I really want to create some amazing foliage, some amazing foliage assets. from Costa Rica. I do have a lot of plants growing here that I haven't seen in the Quixel Megascans. Even though probably the Quixel team has come to this country most likely to scan a lot of things, because Costa Rica is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. It's just a bridge between North America and South America, so everything goes through this. All the species walk through this country, and we have a lot of things growing. Which makes it a nice place to actually go out and scan stuff. We had a lot of volcanoes. I haven't seen a lot of volcano rocks in the Megascans. I might do some volcano rocks for rock formations. Alright. Okay, I'm liking this. Now the environment's looking much nicer. Now we have these trees like that, and this one are flat. This one I don't like, but this one looks much nicer now, and it's a little bit creepy. I like that vibe. I like that kind of creepiness. It's like you shouldn't be here. Like something is gonna come out of the swamp and eat you. Like be careful. It really gives that vibe of like don't stay away from the trail. Okay. Let's see, two more to go. Let's see how can we make this even more interesting. Let's first of all attribute, generate polygroups, find quads, accept, and let's go to deform model polyedit. Yep, let's go on cheek. I'm wondering about AI, text to 3D, if there has been any like new improvements on that. I kind of want to research to see what's going on with that. Maybe for creating low poly games that will work very nice. We will just need to like really train the AI to decimate the props and make them super stylized, but I think it will take some time. But we are very close. Like I don't know. The problem is that all these 3D tools, AI tools, it just really creates some weird stuff. If like you take the texture out and you see the actual model, is just like it's worse than a 3D scan, like a bad 3D scan. It's just a blob. It's like what? But still very impressive, and I know it's gonna get much better eventually. Alright, so what if we need to add here okay. Alright, almost finished with the boring part, let's say. It's also nice for people to see that what goes into making a 3D environment. It's like looking at a programmer coding. It's like, ooh, now I understand why they get paid so well. It is difficult and it is very boring, but when you get something done, it feels amazing. All right. Okay, that looks very nice. One more tree to go. Almost there. Okay, so now we're gonna have this beautiful tree. It's actually, it looks like a claw or something, and still is flat on the ground, which I'm not a big fan of. Maybe we need to modify that. Okay, nice. We're gonna add some fog, some candles, some glowing things underneath the mushrooms. We're gonna add some fireflies. We're gonna add a crazy voodoo lady here that is gonna have like a cave or some kind of like structure with candles and stuff. All right, and this is just coming from my visual library, my imagination, because I have not much. I actually don't have reference for this, which is kind of not a good thing to say. Like, usually my professors always told me in university, like, dude, like, if you don't have reference, prepare yourself to fail, because that's not how art works. You always need reference. Okay, so we need generate polygroups, find quads. You need reference from real life pictures, movies, games. You need to get reference from everywhere. Let's go to model poly edits. This is the last one I'm gonna do for now, because I can spend all day long just pushing these roots along. I remember one day working on a tree, and my dad was like, dude, like, is there any other way you can make this faster? And I'm like, oh my god. Those are the worst comments. And then I showed him speed tree, and he was like, yeah, that's good, I like that. But then getting something nice in speed tree is not that easy. I actually made a swamp tree, super beautiful swamp tree in a speed tree, and I can bring that tree back here and what's the word? I forgot. Decimate. I can decimate that tree, so it will give me this low poly style, which actually all of this is like decimated props, most likely. That way you get that beautiful low poly style. You can decimate in Blender and mostly any program, including Unreal, I guess. It's called Reduce, I think, here in Unreal. Actually, I might try to decimate some megascans. Hey, that will be interesting. Like a little test before they go before next year, because I think it's good. I think it's good that megascans are no longer going to be free. That way you will see actual people using different props, because everybody's using the same thing, the same palm tree, the same textures, everything, and it kind of like devaluates things a little bit. People are like, oh, those are megascans. Well, megascans are an amazing resource, and it's not that easy to get a 3D scan like that. But people look at it like asset flipping. People are like, it's just a 3D scan, oh, it's just a mega scan, whatever, anybody can do that. Well, it's not that easy. Try to build a nice environment using mega scans, it's not that easy. You need some knowledge, some process, some logic behind it. Good composition, and a lot of things that are not that easy. Okay, almost there. Just gonna get rid of these flat ones, because we don't want flat roots. That really kills the immersion. I really want to figure out how can I simulate vines so they fall on top of little stones and stuff like that. That'll be so nice. Maybe using the chaos cloth and then freezing the thing. Kinda need to like really research those things and make a nice tutorial on it. That'll be super awesome. Alright, let's get this going. It looks like a pencil. It's so fun, like a straight line. Oh my god. We can add an edge loop and just modify it a little bit. Alright, so almost there. Oof, I'm sweating and stuff from modeling roots. Let's push down. Let's rotate. Let's scale a little bit. Nice. Okay, we have a couple more, and let's just make them all together. Right there, right here. These sun rays feel like they're really like blinding me and stuff. It's so nice. Lighting Unreal, it's so nice. Okay, so let's try to just rotate all of this and scale it up a little bit. Okay, then we can separate that one, push these two up, just get this one, and then just like group, and then get this one and deselect and go like that. And also let's get only the face selection, which is this, and then select, deselect, okay, and push down like that and scale, group, okay, accept. Nice, we have some roots, that's it. Now our props are ready to go. Now we can actually play with this a lot better. Now we don't have that cut in the roots, and now we have these beautiful trees with roots on the very steep areas of the environment. When you are making a steep environment, you will find yourself running into a lot of trouble like this, like floating assets. Oh wow. So if you don't have the roots and the underneath piece of the prop, it's gonna be very hard to actually make it look nice. Most PCG tutorials, they just work on a flat surface, so it's kind of easier, right? But what if I want to make my environment super like make it have hills and like a high differentiation and a lot of like variation in height, and like make it very steep, let's say, then things get a little complicated. Okay, cool. So this is nice, this is very nice. Okay, I'm just trying to get all the technical aspects out. And now we have another problem that I remember, which is the collision. Let's take the collision off the plants. I want to take the fern, which is a fern static mesh, and we have all these static meshes. We can actually click all of this and go asset actions, edit in property matrix, select everything. I don't want the foliage types, I only want the static mesh, so we have even less. Asset actions, property matrix. Let's select everything and let's go to collision. Collision. And we want no collision. Project default, block all. We need to write no collision here, and I guess it's gonna work. Let's just save and let's see if I can actually walk through the plants, because we don't want to get stuck in a plant. Some things it's better just to take the collision off. We can add a little effect that the plant moves around when we actually are close.
Hey, I keep getting your videos on my feed and I've slowly been getting into Unreal Engine. Do you think with the transition to Fab it'll be useful for new learners like me, or more of a hint rants?
Fab, it really won't affect any learning experience. It will affect. Hey, how are you guys? It won't affect your learning experience at all. Fab is just a merging of all the Unreal Engine, Epic Games asset stores into one. So you will be able to get a better deal on your digital products. As a creator, if you're selling digital products, you will be able to get a better deal, and it's gonna be easier for people to find your products, and you might be able to have a better chance of selling them. I think Fab is gonna be amazing for everybody, for sure. We still have some collision here. Okay, so when it comes to your learning experience, it's gonna be amazing. Like it's not gonna affect you in any way. You can still go to ArtStation Learning and learn from there. You can still go to YouTube and learn from there. It's not gonna affect you in any way at all. And there are a lot of free assets. Even though Megascans might not be free next year, you can still use a lot of other free assets to start. So I think it's gonna be totally fine. I'm pretty excited about Fab, actually. I don't know what plant is this. Is this a fern? Or is this a... Alright, to find these plants, I kinda need to go into... let's actually just look for planting here, because we don't want any collision on these plants, actually. Yep, let's actually take the collision off all of these, which is this one, this one, this one. I should probably do it for all the plants, but some of them I do want collision on them. For example, the mushrooms, I do want collisions on the mushrooms, because I have them too big in the scene, so I'm using them like as a huge mushroom.
Megascans was my biggest issue, but I think I've claimed enough content from the marketplace as well to keep me busy and creative. Have you been doing this for long?
Yeah, I use Unreal since 4.27. There are a lot of videos in YouTube saying like, oh, claim all the content now and you will have it forever. It won't work like that. Epic Games, it's very smart. Don't even lose your time. There's people saying you need to use this script, you need to get into this website and put it all in your folder, in your account and everything. I mean, Epic Games is way too smart. It's just way too smart. If they realize that there's no actual transaction, there's actual no credit or debit card related to those purchases, you won't get those assets. It's not like, I mean, like, you need 8 terabytes to download everything into a flash drive, and then you will need to manually import them. It's just so painful, and I don't even think about this, you know. It's if I need a Megascan, I will just go and pay $1 for it, or if I need something very nice, I will go and make my own Megascan with reality capture, which is now free, you know, for creators to do their own Megascan. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun. I understand people are getting upset about this and stuff, but really doesn't. I think it's a good thing, actually. For Quixel, it's gonna be a good thing, and is gonna be a good thing for creators as well, who are trying to sell megascans, who are trying to sell assets. Let's say no collision here. Collision. And let me tell you the truth, like if you make things only using megascans, your art will look like anybody else's. That's the problem. Like that's what Quixel wants to stop, I guess, because first of all, like they need to make money, right? Obviously, but
yeah, I don't think I minded having a cost. It's a wonder that it's all free at the minute. I just hope it's not too costly for just starting out.
no, I wouldn't mind that much about it. I wouldn't mind, seriously. Like it's like try to just create as much environments as you can using those props this year. Try to really take advantage of those megascans for the rest of the year, and then you will realize that there's so much more stuff you can do with Unreal, like so many styles you can go for. It's not like everything needs to be super realistic. It's not like everything needs to be that specific style, and I really don't worry that much about it. And I really want to see what happens with all these people who are trying to download all the libraries and are trying to like do this, like there's like a video showing how like to put all the assets into your account inside a browser, into your browser account and everything, using like a piece of code and whatever. Like it's like, dude, come on, like it's kind of like not nice with the artists who actually created all of this and gave it for free for so long and stuff. Okay, I need to reference a little bit what's happening here. I'm going to go to PCG Jungle, and I'm going to actually see what assets I'm actually using inside the PCG graph, because I'm not able to see exactly what assets I need to take the collision from. So in the static mesh spawner, we have the tropical cover and grass. Okay, tropic, okay. Let's look for those first. Okay, so tropic, and then just go into static mesh. And
I have to go, but I'll probably catch up on this when / if you upload it.
Yeah, it's gonna all my content, like I usually, like the main purpose of streaming this is just to leave it on the channel. I leave all my live streams so they become videos and people can watch them later, and I can watch them later. I usually just try to record. I'm recording live basically, so everything's gonna be available. No issues. Okay, this is the jungle. I want the swamp. So yeah, you can always check this out later. Don't worry. I appreciate it. So we have the rocks, we have the swamp moss and roots, and we have the trees and the ferns. Okay, let's check the ferns. In the static mesh spawner, we have the fern leaves, environment fern. Okay, it's called environment fern. Let's see, is that the one that I'm missing? Yeah, it's called environment fern. Okay, so I'm going to go into content and I'm going to look for environment fern. There you go. These are the assets I need to play with, and I'm going to go asset actions, property matrix, and I'm going to look for collision. I actually had this deactivated. It says block all. I need to put no collision. which is first of all no collision here and no collision. Okay, so it's completely cleaned. Let's see if it actually works, because I have so many assets that sometimes I change the settings for some other assets that I'm actually not referencing. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Wow, it takes about like 10 seconds to enter the game. Yay, we have no collision. Great. Now we can walk along the thing. This is something I really wanted to do, because I don't want to get stuck in the thing. This is a vine, or what is this? Oh, the vines. Yeah, we need to take the collisions from the vines as well. And hey, that's very good. Trees have collisions, no problem. Okay, cool. Nice, nice. Now it's time to build something interesting. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, let's see. It's time to really build something cool right here. Okay, let's go. All right. First of all, I kind of wanna we can add some. Okay, we can add some fence around it. That'll be very cool. And let me just super quickly get to the vine. Yeah, let's just open these vines, take the collision out. Yeah, I'm just doing these little housekeeping things before I start with the actual world building, cause trying to get rid of all the problems before collision. There you go. So let's accept, and now I should be able to walk through this little vine without any collision. It's taking a very long time to load. Maybe I need to start making everything nanite to see how it looks. Sometimes when you play from the PCG graph, it teleports you to the center of the thing. This bug, I forget this bug. You need to just be careful not to press play from here on any PCG rock or whatever. Sometimes it does that. All right. Let's see, and I want to add a lot of like foliage on top. Okay, let's see. We can walk through the vine. No, we can't. We are not able to walk through the vine. Huh. Let's just do them separate, which is just copy collision, and here it says no collision, project default. I think that's the setting I missed, project default. And here is also project default, no collision. Let's look for collision settings, project default, no collision. Collision, complexity, project default, and this is no collision, and I think that's it. Okay, yep, and with this we can start actually building this swamp environment. Alright, let's do it. Let's see. Nice, we can walk through the thing. Sweet. Cool. Alright. It's time to get something interesting here. Okay, so first of all, one very interesting thing we can do, I like to just paint the landscape a little bit to define where is the town area, well, the little settlement. PC jungle, I'm just gonna disconnect it here. We can disconnect it or basically pause regeneration, but just to make sure it's not gonna like cause any problems. And I go to landscape, and I want to paint a little bit of mud right here, so I'm gonna like make a little path that shows the player a little bit where to go. Doesn't need to be. Oops. Oh no, we got a crash. Maybe I did not disconnect the jungle one. I don't know. Yeah, PCG and landscape tools, they don't get together. We need to disconnect the PCG before working on the landscape. That's the first crash in a long time. Oops. When you start having a lot of PCG biomes, like procedural generated like volumes, it gets a little confusing. Okay, let's see. Loading up the environment. Wow, I hope it doesn't take that long. Like, project is getting bigger. Like, it used to load much faster before. Hopefully we didn't lose any progress. I think I saved before doing that. Okay. Maybe we can look for some reference of swamps right now while it loads. Let's see. Oh, those are so nice. Those are so nice. I do want that a lot in the swamps. Super cool. A lot of roots, a lot of water in the floor. Oh, here's like a map. Organic material, mineral soil, like the logic behind a swamp. That's very interesting. And you have the big alligators. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's look for some fantasy stuff. This is what I want. Like, oof, that looks super nice. Unreal Engine swamp, nice. Super realistic. Yeah, swamps are so cool. Wow, we're still loading for 95%. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, yeah, we're back. Nice. Okay, is it actually appearing there? Let's see. Okay. Oof. Just close this for now. Oh wow. It's really... Okay, good. We have it there. Nice. Nice. It's moving. Good. Let's see what we actually have. Okay, we have all the trees. Good. Yeah, I think we didn't lose any progress. Yeah. All that happened was that yeah, the landscape on the PCG crashed. So let's go to jungle and then just disconnect this, pause regeneration, save, and let's try to if it is disconnected, why do I still see the PCG vegetation? That doesn't really make sense. Oh, this is the jungle one. I got confused with the jungle and the swamp. That's what happened. Yeah, that's why we crashed. I needed to disconnect this one. Oops, that's the issue. This is the swamp area, not the jungle area. Now there's nothing there. We can actually start working. Yeah, you need to be like very sharp for these kind of things. If not, things crash. Okay, cool. Now I think that first of all I need to select the landscape I want to work on. Then I need to go into landscape mode, and then I need to go into paint mode, and now I can choose the layer 3, which is the soil, and then I can start painting. Yep, it doesn't lag. Now we are actually back on track. Yeah. It's funny, I get confused all the time with the jungle and the and the swamp. I mean, they're part of the jungle, so kinda need to name it like tropical jungle or something. Oof. Yep, it gets a little buggy cause it's a very big landscape. Oops. Come on, let me move. Okay. Yeah. I'm finally trying to I'm finally understanding that all the PCG graphs lag the landscape. Not only the one you're working on, but the whole thing. You need to disconnect all of them because they're all connected to the surface of the terrain. And this surface sampler node is sampling the terrain in real time. And every time I change the terrain, no matter if it is like geometry or just texture, it doesn't like it. So all the PCG nodes, graphs, I'm going to pause, and hopefully I'm just gonna save this. And we have four biomes for now. Okay, I think it's gonna be much nicer now. Landscape paint. Okay, now I think it allows me to actually paint. Yeah, there you go. It might lag a little bit if I paint a lot, so it's kind of nice to just paint a little bit and wait for it to actually load and then go again, wait a little. If I paint too fast, it might lag a little bit. So it's just nice to go with the flow of the program as well. Okay, cool. We have this going. Okay, nice. Let me just turn off the local fog so I can see what I'm doing better. I need to go selection mode, turn off the local fog, and then go landscape paint. Select this layer. Okay, cool. Now we can start painting without having that issue that we had before. Yeah, I remember a couple of days ago I was like, what is happening? Why is it this lagging? I don't know. Now it makes sense. Okay, cool. Just a little kind of differentiation of terrain. I need to really take my time and paint this like very nicely with a lot of different materials and stuff, and really get this going. We have very hard shadows casting on this, which is kind of nice, maybe from the player perspective, but from this distance it doesn't look that nice. Okay, cool. So now that we have this painted, it looks much nicer. Now it looks like, yeah, we can actually walk through there. Okay, nice. I think it's time to start placing some assets and get something going. Cool. Okay, so let's save this and let's just activate the swamp environment. So this is right here, and I'm going to just save. This is gonna take a second to load all the assets, and then we have a jungle. Yes, I mean a swamp. a nice swamp. Okay, all right, so let's see. We can start changing the textures and making everything super mossy and nice. Now I just want to focus a little bit on the placement of things, a little bit more on the placement. Okay, I want to get this thing right here. Let's see, Control B, these spikes. I want to make a little blueprint to copy them around, which is basically modifying the spline rail one. BP hanging bridge, spline rail. Yeah, let's get this spline rail duplicated, and let's call it spike. Blueprint spike wall, something like that. Okay, so we open the blueprint, and all we need to do is just change this mesh in the construction script, add mesh component rails. There you go. We changed that for the spike mesh. Spike mesh, and we look for a shorter one because we don't want the very large one. It won't give us that much control. We need a shorter one. Yeah, let's try this one. And also in the viewport, we need to make sure that it's, for some reason it's being, it got like stretched. Do we have some stuff modifying the scale of it? I don't see any scale. Scale is 1. Everything should be nice. For some reason it doesn't look so nice. Interesting. Okay, let me just double check something. Let's go Control C, and I need to make it face that direction. That's the most important thing. So let's just check again with spike, like this, and let's see. It follows the direction, but it gets kind of stretched out. It's very weird. it really gets stretched out. We can try to change the scale to actually make it look like it was before, which is not the greatest solution, but yeah, what if I come here and try to change the scale of this, like make it back down? Maybe, I don't know, maybe that will work. Let's try it. Okay, so let's try to build a little wall right here. So we're gonna put the spike here. Okay, we're gonna press G to see what are we doing with the spline. Select the point of the spline and then alt click to push that. Wow, spline points are so small, you need to get very close to it. Still I cannot select it. Alt click. Alt, Jesus. Alt click on the spline point. This is something I have a lot of trouble with. Why do they make these points so small? Just trying to select the point. Alt click. I think I'm actually going to look for a way to make these points bigger, because I do want like to be able to stretch this thing out. Okay, nice. Okay, it's a very stylized thing, so as long as we don't... Oof, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong with this. Oof. I mean, I'm able to actually work with this, but well, it gives me that kind of nice curve, and it kind of works. It's just that it, you see, splines. Usually, it takes some, takes some effort, but it gives me that very nice curve like effect. I can really get nice shapes with this, and maybe if I play with the blueprint I can make it work a little bit nicer. But usually the spline meshes work like this. You need to just play with them, and if you stretch them too much it doesn't work. If you stretch them too little it looks weird. You kind of need to find the sweet spot. It's a lot of hand placement, but it does make sense, and it gives me this very nice curve effect that I won't be able to get if I hand place this. This is actually a great spline solution. And we have this line of light here, very sharp line of light. I'm not sure where that comes from. Up, it's just the spline. It's just a spline right there. I was like, that's not light, it's just little spline being buried into the ground. Right there. Yeah, splines are super powerful and sometimes very, very painful to work with. But at the end, I think it's a great solution. I just wish the points were a little bit bigger, which I might be able to change somewhere. Need to look it up. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just oof. We got the spline going to somewhere else that I don't really want, and we need to take advantage of that nice curve. That's what splines are made for, like those nice curves, and that will really make the environment look much more interesting. Okay, let's go. Oof. Oof. It really does not understand where I'm trying to go. Oof, what is this? Oh no. No. Ah, I understand. It doesn't like to be twisted that much. Okay. so it's okay. I'm just gonna try to put it here. Oh yeah, splines. It makes sense because I'm pushing the spline point from the center, which it like Unreal is doing a great job like guessing in what axis I'm actually trying to move on. Sometimes it goes to the wrong axis and it goes crazy, but most of the time it really gets the thing. Nice, we're getting this kind of interesting path right here. I cannot do that. I cannot twist it like that because it looks very, very... it loses all proportion. And that's great, because imagine doing this with a realistic asset. It's difficult. It will be very difficult to get that looking nice. Oh, damn it. And we still have a long way to go. Yep. Oof. Oh my god, okay. Whew. I wish I can just place points in the environment and then the spline will just follow the points. That'll be so sweet. Like just like tell the spline, hey, follow these points, and I just place little boxes, let them fall into the ground and follow that. I'm sure there needs to be a solution like that. That will make splines work so much nicer. Because just drawing like that by hand is kinda... oof. A little tough. Okay, let's go.
Scriptable tools.
Scriptable tools. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I do need to find a better solution for this. I'm gonna look that up for sure. Cause oof. Oh my god. All right. It looks super cool in this area where I have like these kind of curves, and here we don't actually need those there, and here yeah, a little bit like that. Ooh, it feels like I went to... it feels like I just came out from a very intense match or something, like almost sweating. It's it's kind of like I don't know how is this going to react. Like it's just like a guesswork. Oops, what is this? I duplicated the spline, I guess. What? Okay. And now the spline is going down a lot into the soil, which is not exactly what I need. I'm gonna create another one. I like this part to have the spikes very low, because the character will be able to look at the whole thing. But then I'm like, I kinda let's go spikes and speed this up a little bit. Spike, and kinda wanna like just hand place a little bit. Yeah, let's just hand place a little bit more here, and just close this up a little bit more. Okay. Okay, cool. Just I'll make a little one that comes from here to there, and yeah, and I will continue with the other part. I'm very excited about making that like candle kind of like witch doctor kind of house, like maybe like a mystical healer or something. Like maybe you get a curse or something and you need to go to that doctor to get healed or something like that. That'll be interesting. PCG biome and where is it? Spike wall. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so alt click. Oh Jesus. Alt click. Oh. Damn it. I don't know why the first point is so hard to drag, and then from there it actually works very nicely. Yeah, let's try to keep on. Oh my god, it's starting to like bother me a little bit. Oh yeah, I know there must be many other better solutions than this. I'm gonna look for scriptable tools, and I'm gonna actually think about other ways, because it's a little painful to feels like I have no control over this at all. It just does whatever it wants, and there's no way I can actually tell Unreal to like, hey, let me drag it, but on one specific axis. It's like the program needs to like actually guesswork what axis I'm going to. So I will place the camera like very in front of it, so it allows me to, so the program knows, oh, I'm going in that axis. Maybe the camera placement, it's crucial here. Yeah, I think it helps. Let's see, maybe we can twist this a little bit to give it that little twist that, yeah. Let's go closer. Maybe like this. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, a couple more to go. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Why is this like that? Off, okay. There's also something weird with the spline itself. I think I might, by changing the scale there, I kind of messed it up, I think, probably. It looks kind of nice here, but maybe there's something else I need to change in the blueprint so it works better. Okay, cool. Here we can give it a little bit more little curve. There you go, that beautiful curve. That makes it worth it. Yeah, that's something I cannot do by hand. Awesome. Beautiful curve. That makes it more interesting. That kind of snake shape. Okay, cool. Let's push this point out, this in, this one like that. That looks cool. Okay. Let's go push this not too much, because then... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Okay, nope. Okay, is there a way to... Okay, that's kind of nice. Let's push it one more time. No. Okay, a little bit like that. All right, we are almost there. We are almost there. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, just one more. Two more. I mean, yeah, one. Oops. I messed up the axis right there. Cool. One more. It doesn't matter. I can still move it. Cool. That's it. Let's just... Yes, awesome. That's good for now. Whew. All right, cool. We have this going. We have a little path. This is very big. Like, this environment is super ultra huge, and so looking at this from above, it really doesn't give me a good idea. So we need to actually place some rocks, start making it smaller for the player. Let's add some torches, not too close to each other, but at least somewhere close, so it looks like an entrance. Here we can actually add some of those spikes, typical World of Warcraft kind of horde town, a little kind of little spikes like that. Yeah, let's just add a little bit of them here as well. Let's spike them up a little bit like that. I mean, let's rotate it out so it looks a little bit more aggressive. Now we are burning the spikes with the fire. I like this. Okay, let's duplicate and rotate and push down like this and close a little bit more. Nice. Shadows are crazy harsh, and I don't like the position of the sun. It really doesn't work for this angle. Yeah, that's not so sweet. Okay, local fog. Let's go back to the fog. Boom. Okay, and let's just play a little bit to get some sense of scale, because it's like if you fly around, it doesn't really give you a good sense of the size. We need to add more props that gives us a sense of scale. We don't really have any prop that gives us sense of scale. That's a problem. We need stairs. Stairs are good for scale. Oh, that fog is not actually working. Oh, I can barely go up. We do need some stairs. Nope, we cannot actually go up this. Oops. Yep. Oops. Maybe I need a ramp. This fog doesn't work. This fog really doesn't work. This campfire is too big for life. Alright, we have a lot to deal with here. Okay, let's see if we can get this area working. Okay, yeah. First of all, fog. I don't like the fog at all. Fog is too much. It looks kind of nice from here, but then let's see. What volumes do we actually have here? Okay, here's where you need to actually be very organized and place everything in a folder. First fog, second fog, third fog, fourth, fifth, fourth, and this one. Let me just double check this one. This one is from the jungle environment. Okay, so okay, I see. So let's go back to these ones. This is the swamp environment. So let me turn them off. Swamp. And do we have more fog in there? Yeah, we have more fog. Alright, let's start making a little folder here. So here, this is swamp. Okay, no, this one swamp, this one swamp, this one is not, this one is swamp, and then we can check this one if this, no, is it this one? Yes. Is it this one? Yes. And the other ones are jungle. So let's just grab this and make it into a folder called swamp local fog, something like that. Okay, nice. Now we have everything here, and we can turn the other ones. Let's put them into jungle local fog, just to keep things a little bit nicer here, because it will help us a lot in the long run. Jungle local fog. Yeah, let's turn it off. It does not affect the swamp. Great. Alright. Let's see what is going on here. Let's turn G to see game mode and see what is this fog actually doing. We have a big fog circle here, and I kind of want to bring it down. Okay, I see. Okay, let's duplicate this fog, put it down here. Okay, that's kind of cool. Maybe the circle is too big, but if I make it smaller, the fog gets denser. You need to like really play with these settings to get this right. And I don't like that it gets away from me, disappears from the camera. Oh, we got some God rays a little bit. Nice. All right. Cool. Nice. All right. I don't know. There's something I don't like about this environment. There's something that really bothers me, and I don't know what it is. I guess we need more vines and more rocks to like break it down, because it's like just, let's just try placing some of these ones. We're gonna change a little bit the material, but I think that maybe some rocks might help. There's something I'm lacking here. Oh, I know what we need. I have a prop that will really help us out here, because this is a lot. I've been using this a lot in the jungle environment, so I don't want to like really bring it here as well. We can change the material to make it more like mossy, like this kind of like swampy color. because they don't really match this environment. But just wanna play around a little bit to see if I can actually find something interesting here. Especially in the heel, like the heels, they need something to hold the heel. Yeah, we need more stuff in there, so it does not look like a old school World of Warcraft environment, which is just terrain with height. Okay, and then we can change the texture of these rocks and make them look a little bit more, a little nicer. And then I remember having a super cool prop. Let me see if I can find it. It was called like swamp terrain. It was into the nature pack, I guess. Static mesh, and it was like this kind of it's like a terrain, like a little kind of not like a mountain, but like it was super nice. Oof, I found it right here. I think this will help us a lot to break down a little bit the environment, because I feel like it's a little bit there you go, those little structures. I think it will be super nice to have those little structures, like platforms, let's say, something like that. Let me play a little bit with this and see if we can find some interesting combinations. Scale it from the center. Okay, still the colors are not exactly what I want, but these platforms I think might add a little bit of height variation and a little bit of more interesting shapes to the environment, which I don't find very interesting now. Let's see if we can actually get this swamp to a nice point today. Really, yeah, I've been like working on this environment and this little biome, like this is like the third time I kinda get into it, and today I really want to actually make it more interesting, because I feel that I kinda messed it up last time. Well, I like these structures in the ground, like the flow of the water and stuff. I kind of like that, but the lighting, I changed the lighting and the whole mood. I lost the whole mood, and it was like, damn, I really liked what I had before. So now I kind of want to bring that back. Good thing I have a video of that, of this environment, like the whole process almost. So I can go back and see exactly how it looked before. I'm not really sure about this. Kind of looks like a huge mushroom or something, like I don't know. Let's see. Let's see, what else do we have here? It's almost the same thing over and over, just like these little structures here. What is this? like a kind of like a little kind of little mountain or something like. No, not really. Not really working exactly how I wanted. Yeah, these vines looks like telephone cables or something. They don't really work. Okay. We need more stuff growing on top of the environment. We need something like actually covering the thing. I need to think about this and see what can work. Okay. It's always nice to place a huge tree in the middle, like everybody does that. Okay. Wanna go a little bit crazy with this. Let's see what happens if I grab some of them and try to cover up this environment a little bit more. Like I had it like this before. It's just that I thought like maybe it's too crazy, but it kind of like gave a nice look. Just more makes it darker, way darker. It's kind of cool. And it gives a lot of those God rays going down, because we have more little spaces through where the light comes from. I kind of like this. Kind of works. It definitely needs nicer placement and stuff like that. And okay. And then the question is, why is everything dead in this swamp? Like, we should have some foliage, and all the trees I have are basically dead trees. Like what? It looks like a toxic environment, like a toxic swamp that like maybe like killed all the trees, which is kind of cool, but doesn't give me that feeling of like having something over my head. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, these mushrooms are cool, but I kind of need to make them nicer. I need to make a blueprint from them, add a little light, add some things, add some vines, so I can just place them over and over without actually doing it. The shadows are not so sweet. Okay. Well, at least I'm getting a little bit more of the mood I want. A little bit darker mood. But still, I don't know. There's oh, I saw something interesting here. Let's see. What? Do we have more mushrooms here? Oh, hey, I haven't seen these before. Oh, hey, we do have a bunch of mushrooms. What? This came from another... Oh, yeah. Now we are talking. This came from another asset pack that I haven't checked yet. Let's see what we actually have in here. Because mushrooms are great because they are like little umbrellas. So what if we go crazy with them? All right. All right. Not the most original idea, you know, but mushrooms are so cool. Oof, is this the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we cannot make them so big, but it's gonna be huge. All right, I like this. I like this. Now I'm getting a little bit more excited about this environment. Okay. Yep. Yep. Now with some cool lighting and with some nice effects, we can actually make this look super cool. Okay, let's keep on adding stuff. I'm just gonna go hand place and try to get something interesting going. Now it makes sense. Now we have dying trees and a lot of mushrooms eating those trees. That makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, we have a bunch of mushrooms. All right, now we can start actually making this cool. Here in the entrance, I want to like just let the player know that he's stepping into the mushroom land. Oof, we have so many many mushrooms. I need to think about color, and I need to think about composition, because if I go too crazy it will just look like a mess. So let's just experiment a little bit and see what actually do we have in here. And I guess all of these, I'm gonna like, you see that red one doesn't really make sense there, but just getting an idea for what assets we have. Wow, these are super cool mushrooms. And we have mushrooms growing over other mushrooms, which doesn't really happen, but it's a fantasy game. And it looks cool, breaks the detail, breaks that like flat face right there. For like very big props, it kind of makes sense. Cool, that's kind of nice. We are stepping into the mushroom area right here. And we will have like a lot of little particles moving underneath the mushrooms, and some of them will be glowing and stuff. That's nice. Oof, we have so many of them. Oof, interesting. I think it's time to actually put them into the foliage painting and start actually... yeah, I kinda need to see what we are dealing with. We have too many props here. This red one, you know, I don't want it right now. Don't really want that red mushroom. Little distracting. Let's actually see what we have. So I'm gonna place all the mushrooms here. Is there a way I can scale them faster? Okay, so we have this family of mushrooms with our dead cap. Okay, they're called dead cap. Let's see. This is awesome because now we are differentiating a lot the jungle from the swamp. So we're gonna have a bunch of mushrooms here, and the jungle won't have that many. It could have some, but different. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. So we have, oof, we have so many. Wow, this is very nice. Yep, let me just understand a little bit the shape of them, and I think I'm gonna start painting them. So here we have another one. Okay, we have, okay, so okay, we have some other colors, kind of nice. Does it change the name? Nope. Oh, okay, we have the typical Amanita, the red one, the one that you shouldn't touch. Can leave you in coma. Here. Okay, and here. Okay, those red ones I don't want. No, this is just overused and like kind of a little boring. We are making like a deadly kind of swamp. These are like very kind of, even though they're super deadly, like they look very friendly. Okay. Alright, these yellow ones are so nice. Okay, these red caps I don't really like. Let's check. Red. What do we have here? Yeah, I'm just gonna drag them to the environment. Oh, we have purple ones. Okay, and then we have this one, and then we have this one, and then we have this one. I like these ones a lot. These brownish ones are super cool. I like those ones. Alright, so let me just get a better understanding what we have here, and then we have all these other ones. Let me just drag and drop them to load the textures on the content browser and see what we have there. Oof, we have these black ones. Nice. For some reason it's not actually loading the thing. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. We have a texture issue right there. Oh, they're basically just gray mushrooms. Oh, very funny. Looks like they messed the material, but no, they're actually gray mushrooms. That's funny. Yeah, let's just select this bunch of mushrooms and delete it. This bunch of mushrooms and delete. Okay, cool. Let's see. Maybe we have one or two laying around. Alright, so these are the ones I want to paint with. These very long stem ones. These will allow me to fill this space in a very interesting way, and then I can start actually adding more stuff. Alright, so first of all, the post-process volume of this environment needs to go out a little bit more. I want it to be like this. So when the player comes in, he gets into the swampy mood right here. Boom. From the beginning. Nice. Now we're in the swampy mood, and it's time to use the foliage tools, and I'm gonna just drag this up there. Let's just drag all of them here, convert them into foliage, accept, save, and we need to save like for each one since they are just static meshes. Cool. So make sure you don't have anything selected. Maybe we can select everything and select and deselect, and then just select the ones we need and click on here. And when it comes to minimum scale and maximum, actually let's see the scale I was using, because we need them very big. The ones that I had here. Oh, this shot looks amazing right here. That looks interesting. Okay, so let me go back to selection and see 38 on scale. So foliage, and let's get these guys on 38. So it's gonna be 35 to 40, something like that. So we have some variation between them. So now I'm supposed to just paint. Yay, boom. And I went too crazy with the scale. Maybe 30 to 35. More variation. 20 to 30. Maybe not that big. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we have some very big ones, some not so big ones. Nice. Let's. Those two. I kind of need to change the pivot point of some of them because they don't really appear where I need. It's kind of weird for them to grow right in the water. Mushrooms don't usually grow in the water. Well, there's a lot of different mushrooms, but it's okay. Like, actually, World of Warcraft has a Sangarmash environment, a zone which is just full of mushrooms in the water. It's a fantasy game, whatever. As long as it looks cool, makes sense somehow, that's good. As long as the art makes sense and is interesting to look at and explore, that's great. Alright, cool. I like this. Yay, just painting mushrooms everywhere. We can also select them individually and start like modifying them. That's foliage tools are so nice. Seriously, like I miss painting foliage. That was perfect. Sweet. Yay, mushrooms. Oof, that was almost on point. Oh, we have these floating ones. No. Yeah, that's funny. And this, it looks cool. Okay. Sometimes you have these like very lucky strikes where like, what? It just placed it in the perfect spot. Nope, that's not sweet. Yep. Do we have water here? That's okay. I'm trying to place them somehow in the soil. I don't like how much they rotate. I think there's a rotation thing I can play with here. Ground slope, height. I know there's a rotation thing that will keep them more vertical. I forgot where that was. Rotation jaw, align maximum angle, random pitch angle, ground slope. It's somewhere around here. Let's try paint with this option. It kinda like follows the normal, which I'm not very happy with. Average normal. Okay, average normal makes a average between the height of the terrain and the actual vertical. It's okay. Mushrooms, they grow in very different ways, so it's okay. And actually, let's grow mushrooms on top of the trees, of the dead stumps. That would be super awesome. Which, to do that, I need to paint on landscape and static meshes. Oh, these are PCG meshes. Yeah, welcome to PCG. Another problem. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Can I paint on top of foliage? No, it does not recognize it as foliage. Well, that's another problem I didn't know about PCG. You cannot paint over PCG meshes. Makes sense. It's its own thing. Which I would love to actually add some mushrooms on top of the thing. Maybe we can hand place a little. Nice. Now we can actually start making this much more interesting, and maybe not. I don't want to go so crazy with these ones, but it looks cool from above. Oh, this is middle of the water. I shouldn't touch that. Let's actually try to make a trail from them. Oops, that's not. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want it here, here. Loop, loop. Perfect. Ooh, intersection. We can. It's okay. Can the player walk around them? I kinda need to check the collision. This is what I really enjoy, when you get like the technical aspect like down, and then you start just focusing on the artistic side. That's super cool. Just experimenting a lot with what works, what doesn't work. And there's no way to know until you play with the character and actually see how it looks, how it feels. Oh, that's not nice. Can I walk underneath them? I think I can, but this one I don't. There you go. That twisted angle, super nice. Okay. And I think I'm just going too crazy with this. I think I might need to take it easy with these mushrooms. I think, yep, maybe I put too much.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? How is it going, Ian? Long time no see. I appreciate you for the vertical stream advice. It's been working very, very good. Like, I got a lot of new viewers and subscribers, and people just what's the word? Interacting and stuff. Super cool. Trying to work on the swamp environment.
Every day.
Nice. Yeah, I'm waiting for my third interview. Let's see how it goes. I'm trying to stay very positive. I actually got an email saying like, we will let you know on Monday, which is great, because sometimes they don't respond at all. Sometimes they just disappear. So I'm super happy, like they actually got back to me and like, hey, we will let you know, we will give you more information on Monday. I'm like, hey, that's very good news. I was already like thinking of maybe applying for
I
another.
have no free time, boo-hoo.
Oh, I feel you, Neon. But I mean, work is work. You need to appreciate what you have. Seriously, like I've been looking for a job for a long time. Thankfully, I got a little project now, and I'm trying to really give my best. I was talking to another artist yesterday, and he was like, "Dude, like, try to really take advantage of whatever opportunity you have, because there's always going to be somebody out there who will be willing to do your job much faster and much better than you actually can do it. So just really give your 100% and try to really satisfy your client as much as possible." My dad said something like that. He's like, dude, like if you are paying for an artist, you'll want the artist to perform well, right? So I'm like, yeah, you're right. I really need to push myself. And I've paid for artists before. I paid for animation, and I've paid for 3D sculpting, and I paid for sound design. I paid for many things before, and it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to help artists, and it's super awesome when they give you like that nice product at the end. And even nicer if you can really take advantage of that and use it for a very nice cause. Super great. Mushrooms growing over mushrooms. That's funny. Might happen. It looks like a little kind of snail with 2 eyes. That's kind of funny. So it looks a little crazy. I'm gonna go back. Scale is too big for these mushrooms in some places. But yeah, I'm very happy you got a job. Super happy, man.
I have 700 hours now. Damn.
Oh, that's super awesome, Neon.
That's crazy.
I'm going. I have 650 hours. I'm like, what?
I hope I have time to make more video.
Yeah, Neon. Like, damn. I wish you could live stream. Like, live streaming really helps me out with watch time. It really helps me out. Nope, this is not what I want. Trying to find that sweet spot for the mushroom to fall into, but kind of hard to take it. Oh, it's kind of fun. It's like breaking the house. Oh, that's a nice placement. Just need to really go into delete. I mean erase and erase this little one. There you go. Sweet. Okay, cool. This mushroom kind of fell down. Like, no. Select and let's move. Move this mushroom a little bit to the other side, which is here. Yay, good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play a little bit this environment because now it starts to look a little bit more interesting. Finally, I was struggling with this swamp environment. Was not really feeling the vibe.
Once in around 3 to 2 hours image you had 100 views in stream then.
Yeah.
300 hours.
Some days it goes very well.
Day stream.
Yeah, some days it goes very well. Like some days I have like I mean, not like a bunch of viewers, but like like a lot for what I'm used to, And today in the morning it went very good. I had a lot of interaction, people talking and like asking questions, and it was very nice this morning. I need to start streaming early, around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Costa Rican time, and I get a lot of views in that time. It's a very good time for me to stream. It's where most of my audience is actually watching YouTube. Alright, this is kinda cool. This is kinda cool. It's still...
You got 500 views.
Whoa, hey, that's a lot. That's a lot. Views are
Shorts video.
Yeah, that short video got a bunch of dislikes. It's like
Your last SVID.
yeah, my last short video, it got a lot of views, but it's my most disliked video on YouTube. Can you believe that? I got it's probably the most disliked video. I probably had like I don't know, like 15 dislikes on that video. That means that YouTube is pushing the video to a new audience, and that new audience didn't like the video, which is it's nice to hear that I'm actually getting my video pushed. That means that I need to make better shorts, and I need to... Yeah, that means that I need to make better shorts and make a voice through. I need to like talk about the process, explain what I'm doing, introduce myself, introduce the channel, and make it nicer, because people want higher quality shorts. Like I cannot be just like making quick time lapses without any without much effort. I think I need to like push myself a little harder and try to release a short maybe every 2-3 days, which is kind of nice. You leave the short there and it starts picking up views. You don't need to upload every day. That's a bad strategy. That's a bad strategy, because then you burn yourself and you don't actually get the video. Yeah,
I'm new to debbing. Do you make all those assets in UE5?
No, these assets are marketplace assets, but I do modify them with the modeling tools inside Unreal. What's up, Matt? So yeah, that's how I do it. These assets were actually...
You should change your facecam from circle to SQUA.
From a square? That could be nice actually, but I want to take as little space in the screen as possible. And the circle is nice because it has no corners.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm definitely a modeler, and I'm planning on creating my own assets as well for this environment. But for now, I'm just using a bunch of assets that I got from the marketplace. Most of them are free assets that Unreal has been giving away for a long time. I kinda want to find a nice material to blend these things in. Yeah, I really need to... Wow, this environment...
I want to watch Blender. I mean... modeling on Blender.
Yeah, Neon, I'm sorry. Like I was trying to get into Blender, but then I got a client, and well, since I don't have a job right now, it really like it really shifted the whole thing. I was working on the Blender telephone, remember? And I was having a lot of fun with that, and people were actually like interacting a lot with me and stuff, but I got this project, and I really just focused on this.
Everybody now try to learn Blender so they will search more about Blender, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been getting a lot of traction with these low poly videos. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually
You know
working.
what I mean, right?
Yeah. People are trying to learn Blender. That's for sure. We have a lot of. It has a lot of traffic for sure. But I'm very happy with this low poly style. Like it really, a lot of people like this, and a lot of people have been coming into the streams and stuff, and I've been getting a lot of followers and likes and people interacting and stuff. Maybe I don't know, maybe a little, like maybe more than before. Maybe the channel is just growing, or but I've been having a lot of interaction, so I'm kind of happy with this topic. It's kind of working stylized environments in Unreal Engine. Kind of, it's a nice topic. It kind of works, and there are very big channels on stylized art and stuff, so I think it kind of works for now. What really matters is my client, like if thankfully I'm able to stream. Imagine like if I were not able to stream, that will just like it will be terrible for my YouTube. But now that I'm able to stream, like this process, it's kind of cool. Like I kind of like that a lot. It's a great opportunity if you think about it, like growing my YouTube and working on for somebody at the same time. It's super nice. But yeah, I kind of miss the diner project. Eventually I will go back to it. I just need to figure out what's going to happen with my full-time job, which right now I'm basically treating this as my full-time job. It's just that I had a bunch of stuff happening this week, so I couldn't like focus 100% on this. But I'm trying to really put those 8 hours per day at least on the project. And let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. As soon as I get an answer from the agency I applied to, I'm going to see if I will just keep working full-time on this, or if I apply to another job, or what, right? For now, I need to be honest, like I'm very happy with this project. I kind of want to like push this and full like world building stuff to its limits. Like I really want to see how far can I take this environment to. Really want to see what can I do with this. And it's great practice. I'm learning PCG and I'm learning a lot of other things, but the retro diner is coming back. It's coming back. Don't worry. We're gonna finish that project and we're gonna like publish it and make it available in the Fab store, and people will be able to use that environment for video games, and hopefully somebody will make a nice horror game with that and stuff. Okay. But I need to use my time wisely and my energy wisely, because if I do too many projects and stuff, and actually with gaming and stuff, I've been playing games a little bit these days, and it's not really working for me. I don't have the time. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the time for games, so I need to go back to only working in Unreal. It really, for example, like if you say I'm just gonna play 1 hour or 2 hours at night, sometimes some friends, like you get in touch with some friends and then you play 2-3 hours and then you wake up later the next day, and then like the whole schedule that you're trying to build goes down, and it's like, damn, I messed up. It takes your energy and your attention away from the main project. So yeah, I think it's time to quit games for a couple of months again. It's nice to play once in a while. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice to since I'm making a game, it's nice to see other games. But I'm that kind of person that gets like obsessed with games very easily. So maybe I'm not like so good with them. All right. Let's see if we can add a little bit of a point light to actually add some light to this thing. Yay, this environment, I really like it. Little by little, I'm gonna get that mood that I'm looking for. Oof, that was a strong transition. Oops. Those camera, I need to fly this camera a little bit smoother. That's funny. Maybe with the controller I will be able to move it a little bit nicer. Let's go up this hill, and I have a little point light right here that I want to just copy, and I want to move to the swamp environment. You can just do it like that, or you can just copy the location and paste it on another prop, which is probably the smartest thing to do. For example, now I'm just gonna get it close enough right around here, and then I will just say I need this position. Let's copy this location and paste it on the lamp. Paste. And G to hide the thing, and it kinda looks nice. We have some very harsh shadows, which, oops, I don't really like. That's the thing that really messed up this biome, the swamp. I changed the light position, and it changed the whole thing, like, oops. I need to think how to fix that, because these very strong shadows in the ground, I don't really like them. Light, if I go to a light source and I go to source angle and I make the shadows a little bit softer, I get this kind of grainy effect, this kind of noise that I'm not a fan of. And soft angle, yeah, we can like make the shadows a little bit, you see, but it's very performance heavy. So a better solution will be just to change the geometry. Is that this one? Let me see. Yeah, it's funny how like this just projects huge shadows. We can also make a fake plane and fake the shadows, and we can fake a lot of things. Nice. Okay, here I kind of want to work a little bit on where is the lamp? Right there, up. Is this the lamp? Nope. Oops, does not allow me to. There you go. I was selecting with transparency, so it's not actually allowing me to. I want to put like a little light on in this little house, but not that orangey, because it looks like it's burning. It needs to be more like yellowish, more like white, but a little warmer. Kinda cool. And maybe we can make the attenuation radius smaller, which is the attenuation radius. There we go, like that. Is it leaking from the? Yeah, a little bit. Well, stuff like that. Oh, we have another light right here. What is this? Oh, interesting. Okay. I think it's the attenuation radius that is like really making the light go out the building. It needs to be something like that. Yeah, lighting, it really takes a lot of effort to get something interesting. Let's see if we can play some. Oops. Some torches. Maybe not here, but and then I kind of need to change this this thing, like we are missing some fences here, a bunch of them. That little twist on the torch, so nice, really like that. And then we can add more foliage, and then we can make it super nice. For now I'm just trying to get the main props, and we still have a lot of other things to deal with. Let's see, this is another piece. So let's see what happens if I put this material here. It makes it all mossy, which kind of works. Not perfectly, but it's okay, kind of works. Let's actually get that material in here as well. So this material I want to apply it here, so we make the whole thing mossy. Kind of works for now. Nice. And it's that nice color that I'm looking for, which we need to apply also. We can apply it almost everywhere. Maybe not on that prop, but okay. I kind of want to make the question is this thing. Let's see if we can actually take this material, copy it, paste it, and instead of, let me see, instead of this color, I want to get, let's go on lit, and let's try to copy the color. Here I want to pick up this one, pick up this color, and instead of this, I want, what kind of rocks are we going to use? I want a gray, but a lighter gray. A lighter gray like that. Maybe that will work. Okay, and I want to apply this material here, and let's see how it looks. Doesn't make sense to have lighter gray. Brownish. Let's go with a brownish color. Brownish rock, almost like soil. I think that makes more sense for a swamp. Okay, kind of looks cool, but still I like it like maybe darker, makes more sense. Okay, cool, I think that might work. Okay, and here, let me see how it looks here. It just looks like soil actually. I don't know, brown rocks. Haven't seen brown rocks. It goes better with the environment though, but like this brown color, let's see if we can make it. There you go, a little bit more gray. That kind of makes sense. It's like a rock like with soil and kind of old moss on top. Kind of makes sense. I like this color better. Okay, cool. We can add a material to the mushrooms so they can actually have moss on top as well. That'll be super nice actually for the mushrooms. Nice. I'm getting rid of those jungle rocks that actually don't wanna use here because we are using them in another biome. So we want some differentiation. Right here, let me get that otter moss, awesome. And let's see where else. The local fog, I'm gonna change the color to something more greenish, maybe yellowish. Oof, that looks very weird. No, it's not working here. No, not really. For that mesh, it doesn't work. In this case, we need to modify the material and play with it. So let's go Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Let's add it here, add it there, and modify the material. We have some values. Lerp, is this the lerp? Yeah. Let's try 0.5, 0.1, 0.01. Doesn't work like I thought. Oof. No. Nope. It's configured in another way. Oops, I forgot to take it out from the mesh. You don't want to force delete assets in Unreal because it really takes a while to process. Okay, cool. Everything's nice. Yep. Let's see what else we have in here. Oof, those yellow ones are so nice. We can really take advantage of that and use them somewhere nice. And those little fireflies, I need more of those. All right, fog. Let's try to change the fog a little bit. So, local fog. What if we go to local fog in the swamp environment and change the color to green? Deadly green. Nice little fog. Let's make it a little bit less. That's it. It's white, but little green. Looks pretty toxic, I will say. Which is a little bit of the intention. Here we have a super strong oof, look at this angle. It looks like a Hot Wheels kind of thing. We are not able to walk through there, so it's time to landscape. Let me see how the weather is. I love it when the weather outside is just like cloudy and like very kind of rainy. It's like there's no reason to go outside right now. Okay, let's make a ramp. So we're gonna add one point here and we're gonna add another point around this area, and hopefully this will allow us to add ramp and create a more flat surface for the character to actually walk around. Let's go Oof, obviously we have PCG, so be careful. The procedural content generator is referencing and sampling each landscape point. Oh, my little mushroom, no, who broke my mushroom? The ramp. Okay, let's go here and let's smooth it out a little bit. Let's wait for a second, and we got the mushroom back up. Because normals are facing up, so mushroom should face up. Good, that's a happy mushroom. Okay, so okay, no more landscape tools. Yeah, I forget that PCG and landscape tools, they don't get together. Okay, cool. Let's play this out and see if we can actually go through here. And let's check the fog, which is this thing. I need more moss on this structure, so why don't we just copy this material and paste it here, and let's see how it looks. Make it mossy. Boom. Oops, that's too mossy. Let's try maybe another one. That's not so cool. That's a little better. It's mossy, but not totally mossy. We have some variation of the same material. Nice. Let's play and see how it feels. The swamp environment is coming together little by little. I'm still not able to get that nice mood, that nice swampy mood that I'm going for. And the fog is just disappearing right in front of my eyes. I don't like this effect. This local fog works a little bit different. I need to figure out how to get it right. I like walking underneath the mushrooms, so cool. Oh, look at that ramp. We messed it up big time here. I need to smooth this out a lot. No, this fog, we need to do something with this fog. It's not what I want. But we do need to use local fog because we have so many other environments. Oof, I broke the whole thing. Okay, before I look at this mushroom with spikes. That looks kind of cool though. First of all, let's turn off the PCG graph. So let's look for PCG on the content browser. PCG content, and then let's go to the swamp PCG biome, and I'm gonna disconnect the landscape data so the surface sampler stops sampling. I'm going to go to the landscape, and now I should be able to smooth this out without much trouble using sculpt smooth, and here I should be able to give it a little nice angle right here, and a better, nicer angle right there. Okay, good. And let's try to modify this a little bit because I messed it up. But before doing that, let's activate the PCG because we're gonna spawn the trees back on before moving the fence. Okay, loading the PCG. Okay, this procedural content generator, which is super nice. Okay, is it like that? Yeah, let's try to place this somewhere interesting, just like that. Just push it down. Just a little hand placement there. Cool, that looks kind of interesting. Maybe like this. Nice. Yeah, there's something with the fog. You see, like, it just runs from me. Let's actually see what happened with the fog. Local fog in the swamp. So we have height fog density, fall off. Okay, fall off means that how close it's going to be to the ground. Height fog offset. What is this value? Oh, okay. Not really sure what this does. Height fog offset. It's on 0 by default. Scattering, albedo, fog short priority. Okay. Visible, okay. There's not that many options to play with. It must be radial fog density. I need to look. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. But I want the fog to be closer to the camera. How can we achieve that? 0.1 0.1 kind of looks super nice, but you see it's cutting a circle in front of me and it looks very weird. I don't want that. Fall off. Hey, is that the fall off? Let's see. 1. No, it's now we have fog everywhere, but I want it to be on the ground a little bit more. 100. 1000. 500. Okay, I kind of like this. It's gonna look completely different from the player perspective. It's just a little bit of fog. It's not too much. There's no way to know until we play. No way to know if it works, because the viewport not always reflects the actual gameplay. Let's see. Hopefully we get a nice fog effect. Oh, I like this. I like this. We have some fog in the background, not too exaggerated, feels natural. I mean, it's such an stylized game, like obviously. I mean, it kind of feels right. It's very bright. And I'm starting to get a nicer mood for this environment. We got the huge fireflies that are like the size of my eyes or something. Like it's gonna like, they are like the biggest fireflies I ever seen. And this is very steep. The character is just like book, jumping around. I like this fog. I don't see the cut anymore. I don't see that line cutting the thing. Kind of like this. Kind of works. I would like these things falling from the tree to be green and they're brown. Need to think about how to change that texture thing. Need to think about that. It will take, maybe with the modeling tools, maybe I will be able to get that. This is too big of a mushroom for this size. Alright, what else can we do? We need some foliage because it's getting a little bit boring in here. I cut off too much of foliage. We need to actually bring it back, but not using PCG, but using the the foliage tool, so I can actually hand place it more efficiently and specifically where I need. Cool. Hey, I'm seriously happy with this. It's finally getting closer to what I had in mind. It's like I want my swamp environment. The mushrooms did a great job to have add some contrast, to cover up the player, add some mystery. I like these mushrooms a lot. Let's get some vines all over the place, because these telephone cables don't really get the job done. And yeah, actually these telephone cables, I think I'm gonna let's just leave them there for now, because I think I can modify that blueprint and actually add something cool in there. But I wanna use my new vine blueprint which is the jungle vine, and it looks way different. It's the updated version. So let's just place it here, and the endpoint, I'm gonna drag this to one position. This endpoint actually, I wanna play this different. Let's actually try to use a different strategy for this. What if I just create a box, let's say here, right there, boom. Okay, copy this location, nice, and then we go back to the spline. Where's the spline? Right, is it here? Endpoint? Is this the BP vine? BP vine 2, jungle vine. There you go. Now give me the endpoint, which I cannot see. Why I cannot see the endpoint? Okay, it's okay. It doesn't wanna work like that. We're gonna try it again with just putting it here, and where's the endpoint? Oh my god, is it because I'm in modeling mode? Okay, makes sense. Okay, cool. So the endpoint, I just wanna paste the location to the endpoint. Let's just paste. Is it actually going to? No, it doesn't work because it's relative to the spline. It's not a world location, it's a local location. No, my strategy of putting boxes all over the place doesn't work for spline blueprints. I forgot. Yeah, I tried this before one time. Yeah, it just went crazy to some other point in the world. No problem. Let's just reset the. I kind of need to get this other thing called dash, where you can just do splines like super quick, super efficiently. I kind of need to get that going because it's this is not the way. This is not the proper way to actually get a spline going. Like, yeah, you can actually do it quick, but not so quick. With dash, you can go crazy with it and just spawn things all over the place in seconds. This is maybe not the right way to do it. It's an efficient way, but there are better ways, which actually I'm gonna talk to. There's a free trial, a free month trial for Dash. I kind of want to get it now that I'm sure what I'm doing. I think I'm for the jungle environment might be great. I think I'm gonna try to get it today. Okay, so here I'm just going to go steps 0.5, make it go down, and then plank size, which is the vine separation. Yes, now we have a better spline. Yay, a better vine thing. And then we have a lot of this, which is maybe too exaggerated. Let's make it less, like that, and maybe less. Let's go 15, like that. Yeah, if I add a bunch of those, I think it's gonna. Does it actually look nice from far away? Doesn't give me that nice visual effect. I guess I need to basically modify this. Let's copy this and make it swamp. I want to change the size of the actual vine going down. So to do that, I'm going to open this, go to the construction script, and let's see if I remember where it was. Add vine. I made a note for this. Good. It's a little messy because this actually comes from another blueprint that was modified. So here, right there, instead of adding this mesh, I'm going to look for it and I'm going to just duplicate it. I'm going to put it here, and the size is gonna be 5 times bigger. And I'm going to go to modeling tools and I'm going to bake it using the Xform, bake, transform, rotation and scale. Rotation is 0, whatever. Let's add this vine into the blueprint. We can delete this, no problem. And then we gonna add, let's copy this name. Let's go back to content, swamp vine, and here, instead of using that vine, we're gonna use the bigger vine. And now we're supposed to get super big vines. Is there a way to change this blueprint for the other blueprint? That's the question. Maybe not. Can I do replace actor jungle vine? Yes. Nice. I guess we have bigger vines. They flicker a lot from the distance. Did we actually change it or not? Let's see. Oh no, we didn't change it. It just placed a vine right next to it. It's okay. Let's just get rid of this. Now we're talking. We have super big vines. Let's go back to selection so we can see the endpoint of this blueprint. Cool, and then I can just drag and go crazy with this. Okay, let's just place it somewhere interesting. Kind of want to like add so many vines, like maybe this is the perfect moment to go get Dash and try it out. This is probably the perfect moment. Let's just try it out. Wow, it's a little laggy sometimes. Some blueprints are super laggy. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's try to attach it somewhere. The step is gonna give it curve, a nice curve, and then maybe 0.4. And then I wanna add a bunch of nice. Now they look bigger. Okay, cool. That's kind of nice. I just need to add a little bit more curvature. So step 0.5. Boom. Let make it fall like usually vines do. That looks interesting. I like that. The question is this vine nanite? Because I see some flickering from far away. It seems like it wants to disappear. It seems like it wants to change its level of detail, but we are not gonna let it, because let's make it nanite. Let's just right click and nanite, enable nanite. Yep. Oops, thinking. Enable nanite. Okay, nanite enabled. Or might be just a vertical sync issue. Nope, it was a level of detail, I guess. Now it looks solid. No funny business with the level of detail anymore. Yeah, level of details, oh my god, that's such a pain. Oh, good. It kinda disappears because it's not a level of detail issue. It's like a vertical sync. It needs more anti-aliasing this game. Yeah, we need more anti-aliasing. When you have a bunch of vertical lines together, it creates that distortion effect, which might not be the smartest thing to do actually here. Let's bump this down a little bit to 120, so we have less vines like that. And the cable width, it's not so sweet. Can I change that here? No, it's not that one. Rope mesh length, rope distance, height. Oh, I think I don't have that. Rope height, distance, mesh length. Oh, I kinda need to go back into the blueprint super quick, and I kinda need to find the mesh that is referencing the rope, which was construction script or spawn curve rope, and we have a little add mesh thing rope. We need to find this mesh, we need to place it here. That's great, and I'm gonna make it super thick like that. I need to be careful how big I make it, so to get a better reference of the scale, I might just go to Vine. I freeze transformation, and I bake the thing, so I don't really know how thick it needs to be, unless I put the mesh here and actually just try to match its position, scale. So that way I can get a better idea of how thick this should be, so the thing matches a little nicer. Doesn't need to be exactly the same, it needs to be tiny bigger, because if it's smaller it will look weird. Needs to contain this mesh somehow around there, and we have scale number 6. Let's just bake it. Modeling tools, X transform, bake, nice, delete, and rope. We have this rope. Oops. I think I messed up. I think I did. I changed the whole thing. Yeah, I made the rope super thick. No problem. It's easy. This is easy to fix. So actually, yeah, I messed up. I needed to do a duplicate and I totally forgot. Oops, I think it's time to have a little coffee. And let's see, let's just try to bring it somewhere around this. No problem, we're gonna fix it super quick. Maybe a little smaller, which is nice to do this adjustment because I remember this not being the right size. I think that kinda works. Again, let's just bake it, bake, accept, and it should change the thing. Beautiful. I still think it's too big, right? So let's go a little bit lower. Actually, this is great. We can actually adjust the original spline. Bake. That's kind of nice. That's kind of a little better. Oh, not actually. Oh. If I look at like from up close, it really doesn't match. Let's look for an in-between. A tiny bit bigger, because I'm not gonna play too much with this. I will never get it perfect. Something like that. We can move the mesh a little bit to the center, but anyways, I'm gonna duplicate this one and I'm gonna place it, and I'm going to make it 6, and I'm going to bake it, and I'm going to add rope 1. Just copy the name if it allows me to select the name and copy. And then I'll just delete those ropes, go back to the swamp environment. A nice jungle. I'm going to go back to this jungle pretty soon. Just wanna give some love to the swamp before I go back. Okay, so here, let's go to this blueprint. This blueprint is the swamp one. In the swamp blueprint, I want to BP vine swamp. Let me change this rope mesh on the construction script, which is the spawn curve function. As in another place. Let's change that for rope number 1. Cool. Material is set. Okay, it's gonna take a second to load. I guess. I hope it doesn't bug too much. Okay. It got stuck. Maybe changing that mesh was not so nice. Okay, we got it. Yeah, I definitely didn't like it. It was like, nope. And then we have the right thickness. And we have some weird stuff going on. What? We have some shading, some weird shading there. Don't really understand why. Some really weird shading, which I think it's the models interpolating each other. It's a little tube that gets interpolated, and when you have two faces intersecting, you have this weird stuff happening, which kind of doesn't bother me that much. Actually, it doesn't really bother me. It's gonna be far away. Alright, that's kind of nice. Much better than the telephone cable. Absolutely. And let's go a little bit bigger with this thing. That's kind of cool. Now I kind of want to add like a lot of them everywhere, but maybe I need to try dash. I think dash is gonna make a better work. It's gonna work nicer, faster, and it's gonna give me more variation, because you can actually just click and point on a like start point, end point, and bloop connects the splines. Bloop. It's a very nice script, a very nice blueprint. I don't know if I'm able to actually go into the code or the details and see if I can replicate it and actually get that specific thing, because that's the only thing from the whole thing. I mean, dash is great.
Hi matey, good morning, face blowing a kiss.
Hey, what's up? Good morning. So yeah, that's the only thing that I really want to use from dash. They have a bunch of good stuff, like I'm not trying to say that it's not worth it, but that's the thing that got me like, whoa, I want those splines, I want that technology. So if I can replicate that and make it into a blueprint, oof, that'll be super nice. So let's get into foliage painting just a little bit, and I think I might need to take a little break, because let's go select, and let's just select foliage and start.
You gained a new sub, congrats.
BTW,
what's your PC specs?
Thank you so much. My PC specs are I get confused because I have another laptop and I always mess this up. I mean, this is a desktop computer, but let me just look it up super quick. So my PC specs are AMD Ryzen 9 5950X 16-core processor, and I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 360 360 Ti, and I have a bunch of RAM. I don't know what version of it is, but I have a bunch of RAM. I'm a little bit embarrassed of how much RAM I have. It's a 3-digit number.
Damn cool.
It's not like the ultimate PC, but it was very good a couple of years ago. Like, it was very like good like a couple of years ago. Still, I'm not buying a new PC until I feel like it. Like, until Nvidia releases like a 6080, I will buy a 4080 maybe. Like, I don't need to buy the latest things. It really works. Like, I can play any game, no problem. I can do Unreal Engine, like I can push Unreal Engine too hard maybe sometimes. It's not like I need a nicer PC. Sometimes it's nice to have a slow PC, because you really understand how to optimize your projects, and you understand how to really, that's what one of my professors used to say, like, if you have a very strong PC, you won't learn how to actually optimize things, because you will go hard all the time and push all the settings all the time and try to get like huge textures on everything, which is not always needed. I'm gonna delete those little things right there. Nice. It's time to paint some foliage. Yay, let's paint some foliage. Super nice. Alright, it's 5 p.m. in Costa Rica, and it's time to have a little coffee. But before I do that, it's time to get some foliage painting. It's my favorite thing to do in Unreal Engine, just painting foliage. I can do this for...
Yeah, comfort zone kills. Problem solving skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Then you actually try to optimize a scene and you are like, oh Jesus, I was not expecting this. It's like, oh no, now I really need to cut corners, and I really need to think about texture sizes, and I really need to think about proper topology and poly counts, and it's like, what? That's why my professor, one of my professors were like, dude, it's good to have a slow PC, believe me, you will learn more. You will learn better, and then when you have a bigger, nicer PC, you will push things a little bit more. But if you start with a NASA PC, you won't get that feeling, which is kind of fun. Just adding little grass around the bushes, around the mushrooms, just a little bit. You see, this what I'm doing right now, like, it's what I always wanted in a 3D program, like moving the light dynamically and like not waiting for a render. Like, what? Like, I started using 3D in 2014 with Maya, using Mental Ray, which was like black magic or something. Like, I don't know how people got a render out of that. It was hardcore. Like, you read a setting and it does not do what you think it does. Like, it was painful for sure to get a good render back in the day. Now it's like, what? You press like three buttons and like the sun appears and it's beautiful, and like the Unreal Engine is just a game changer for artists. Like, seriously, like, you can get amazing results so fast. It really, it's like, it's not about the technical part anymore. Obviously it's super important, the technical side of things, but what I'm trying to say is that now it focuses on the art part, on the creativity. It's like, what's the idea? What are you trying to make? What are you trying to create? It's much more important than actually the tools you use. I mean, the technical side. The tools you use are very important, actually, but it's very nice. it's very very cool to actually be able to live in this time where you can like create a lot of stuff, and it's gonna get better and better and faster, and like, oof, very excited. Fern, let's add more ferns, which I had somewhere here. Yep, I would like to add static meshes or foliage. Mesh. Okay, there you go. I want to add these ferns as well. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna start painting little ferns like this. Those are super nice plants. I need to be careful not to overdo them too much, because it's gonna look very repeatable, so might as well just activate more foliage and cycle through the foliage. And I had other ferns somewhere, which I cannot find sometimes. It's called environment fern. And it's
you actually look like you work at Google or Microsoft SMTG. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I actually, well, I've worked in game studios before, and I've done a lot of work in like different kind of work. I've done motion graphics, I've done virtual production work, like creating backgrounds for green screen and stuff like that. And now I'm waiting for an interview actually to see if I can work in an agency that does automobile visualization. I really want to try that out, because I've never done like photorealism, like photorealism. So I'm really excited about working in a place like that. It will be very good for my portfolio and experience. And yeah, it's just very nice. I kind of want to try like a little bit of everything in 3D, but stylized games. Wow, I like this so much. It's very very fun actually. I really enjoying this project a lot. So let's see how it goes. Just really, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's okay. I have no expectations, because expectations just expectations sometimes are. It's nice to have some kind of expectation, but like you get disappointed most of the time when you have like a lot of expectations. And at the end of the day, like this work I do, like being a 3D artist, is very unstable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like you get a contract for a couple of months and then you are back in the street again. It's like, damn, having a
Here it is what it is.
Yeah, but at the same time, like every artist who works in this field needs to feel very lucky, because it's such an interesting job. Like, you get to do what you really wanted to do since you were a kid. Like, I used to just look at games and I was always wondering, like, how is this magic made? Like, how is this made? Like, I don't understand, like, where this comes from. How is it, like, possible? And then I got more into 3D and I started learning little by little, and it's like, what? Like, I can make my own games, I can make my own stuff. What? It's super cool. Really like it. It's an amazing time. Like, I don't know, like, what is going to happen in 5 years, 10 years. Like, technology is gonna go crazy. Like, you will just be able to talk to a computer and say, like, make me a game, and it will just make it for you. Something like that, probably. Okay, this is not how foliage grows. Foliage grows in little clusters. A little bit here, a little bit there, that's it. The rule of three, that's what we need to do. Like, place three little props, step away, place three little props, and step away. No need to add more than that, because then it becomes too overcrowded and it actually starts feeling a little.
What about AI replacing your words?
I'm kind of like, like you wake up in the morning and you open YouTube and it says 2,550 artists fired from Activision Blizzard, and you are like, damn. Now I'm competing against 2,550 professional artists with years of experience. And it's just like, damn, I'm sorry for these guys who lost their job, but you understand, like, the market is gonna be even more saturated with very professional people, and it's like, I will never get a stable job in this. And then you start thinking about it, and it's like, I mean, there's so much to do. I don't need to work in a big studio, because everybody wants to work in a big studio, and it's very hard to get a job in there. You need to be very good to begin with. You need to have a lot of connections. If you're very good, that's great, and you have a lot of connection, that gives you a little bit more chance. And it's just very competitive, and it's very, very tough to have these jobs, right? So I'm thinking about always making like my own brand. I'm thinking about selling my own assets and building my own kind of online courses, and trying to like build my own thing. Maybe start making little interactive experiences, not like full games, but like a 4, 6 hours, 8-hour little game that you can play with 2 friends or 4 friends, something like that. That would be amazing. But talking about AI, I totally drifted away. Me as an artist, like, let's bring it on. I cannot do anything about it. So if it comes, it comes, and I will embrace it, and I will use it myself. For example, if I can create low poly models like this using AI, I'll bring it on. I will create my own worlds just with an AI. Then I can refine those models, and then I can make them better, because I am a 3D modeler myself. So bring it on, like, I'm not afraid. It's like when digital painting came out. Classical, traditional artists were like, damn, I hate those digital artists. They're creating like paintings so fast, so quick. I will never be able to compete with them. Then
why don't you try to work in Indian gaming industry?
I did.
Like it's growing.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe your luck will shine.
Yeah, I did. I did work for a company in Germany, and it was amazing. Like, I really appreciate those guys. It was absolutely amazing. I worked for a whole year for them. It was super nice. I seriously, I learned a lot, and I still keep in touch with those guys, and it's super cool. Like, I hope they're doing great. They're not able to talk about exactly what's going on behind the doors, but I just really hope they're doing great, and I learned so much from them, and right now I kind of wanna, I kind of wanna work on my own stuff, because having a job is amazing. Like, yeah, you can save money, you have a team, and you're feeling great. You feel part of a family, and like, you learn from like artists 10 times better than you, and like, you are in that little bubble, and like, you're growing a lot as a person. That's great. But the next day they tell you, oh, unfortunately we cannot have you anymore, I'm sorry, you will need to look for another job. And then you go out and you have maybe 6 months of savings, maybe a year of savings, and then the savings go away, and then you are like, fuck, what should I do now? You are like, what? Should I just get whatever client that comes my way? Should I just do jobs that I'm not very happy with? And then you start like getting very desperate, and you start taking anything, like whatever, like any kind of job, and it's like, I don't really want to do this, but I need to. And then it's like, if I used my time working on my own brand, working on my YouTube channel, working on my online courses, on my marketplace assets, and so on and so forth, on my digital products, I wouldn't be that worried. Because when that day comes where I have no job or no freelance clients or nobody to like work for, I still get a little bit of income, and it's like, great. Now I'm not desperate. Now I can focus on my own projects. Now I can do my own thing. So if you really build your own brand to a point where it gives you at least a minimum salary, or at least enough for you to eat and pay your basic needs, then you are good to go. Then you will feel amazing, like, hey, now I can do whatever I want. Now I'm basically free to create whatever I need and work for whoever I want. It's super cool. Like, I want to get to that point where I'm able to just say, you know what, I'm gonna do my own indie game. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 years, maybe, no, 1 year. 1 year is more than enough. I'm gonna take 1 year and just try to create something very cool that I can play with my cousin, and I can play with his friends. And I want to do a little Wind Waker kind of story game where we can go kill bosses together. That's it. And hopefully they will like it. They will give me feedback. We can make it better, and we can maybe hire some other people, and we can make something interesting, put it on Steam, and maybe make a little bit of money from it.
Here's an idea: why don't you build a course at low cost and teach clients, and they pay for us to teach them? I mean, you have knowledge. Open a course teaching.
Yeah.
Advertise your coaching.
Yeah. I'm still not in that. I'm still not in that stage in my life. I do need to get out there, like you say. I still need to get out there and say, like, hey, I worked for this guy. Hey, I worked for this company. I worked for that people. Now I have more experience. Now you can trust me. Now you know that I'm not a random dude in the internet. I actually have some experience and some portfolio and some CV that I can show you, and now I can make a course, and people will be like, hey, well, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because for now I'm just really trying to still learn. Like, I'm still learning. I'm not, I do have some knowledge, and I believe that I do have some level of skill, but I'm not in that point where I can tell you, like, hey, pay me per hour to do a consultation or stuff like that. I'm not in that point yet, because there are other people who are like much more experienced than I am. But I can definitely do tutorials. I can definitely do little courses, stuff that I know, put it in a nice course and try to sell it and stuff like that. But I'm really into the I have this mindset right now of like just growing my YouTube channel. I want to like put everything for free. I really want to learn how to like talk to people, and really want to make a nice tutorials for free for people, so it's accessible and everybody can like use them. And if I do grow my channel to a nice point, and I cannot actually satisfy everybody's needs, and people are like, hey, can you do this tutorial, or hey, can you help me with this project, then I can start actually charging for those services. But right now I'm just seeing how it goes. Most likely I want to, it's like I will definitely like to do some courses in the future. That will be very nice, but I need to teach something that is of value to people, something that you cannot find that easily, or try to put a lot of information condensed into one package. because most information is out there. Most of information is free and is out there. You just need to look for it. Like I bought some courses online, and it's very good, the information they give you and stuff, but it's nothing that you cannot find online. It's not like, oh, this guy has this super secret information that nobody can access to. No. Everything is Googleable. Like, you can just find it on Google. Like, so it's how you present that information, how you teach that information, how you motivate your students to actually improve as an artist and stuff, and stuff like that. I think that's what I like from buying courses. Some professors really motivate you to do some great work, and they give you like a different perspective on how to use these tools and stuff like that. But yeah. There's a lot we can do. Like, as a 3D artist, there's so much stuff. Very interesting field. Hopefully I get to work a little bit more. I keep on growing my YouTube channel a little bit more, and when also I want to practice with YouTube, right? Like, start making like free tutorials and free little videos, so I find like my style of teaching and stuff, and then let's see how it goes. Yeah. I'm mostly
in. Don't go hard on yourself. Remember, great things takes good amount of time.
Yeah.
Consistency is key for all. Start gaming if you can. Do some gaming live streams, giveaways, attract some subs.
That's the way. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I know what burnout is, and it's not fun. It's nice to take it easy. It's nice to really take it easy when you need to. When you need to take a break, it's time to take a break. That's what I've learned with time, with the years. Like, sometimes you think that you are like a superhero or Superman or something, that you can go forever and you can work super hard, and it then just hits you from nowhere, and you feel like absolutely dead for weeks, and it takes a long time to recover from a burnout. So stuff like that you need to be careful with. Yeah. But from all these things that we talked, I'm very excited about creating my own assets. I'm very, very excited about creating my own assets, my own marketplace, products, digital products and stuff. Really want to create different environments, props, different styles, have like a low poly style, have a very like a realistic style. I started this channel doing a 50s diner, American diner, which that series got a lot of attention, and I couldn't continue with that series because I got this client who asked me for an environment, because actually I was doing a Unity art test. And while doing that Unity art test, he saw my work and he was like, hey, I really like what you're doing. Can you like help me build an environment in Unity? And I convinced him to move to Unreal Engine. And he moved to Unreal, and then I started building this for him. So right now I'm basically working. And he's allowing me to stream. So this is a unique opportunity for me, because I can do YouTube and work at the same time, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, I'm not charging him like full price, because he's a very young guy, and I'm not trying to like charge him like a studio pays me, right? But I'm super happy with the project. He got another developer, a programmer, and actually we are starting to actually get some stuff together, which I'm very, very excited, because the programmer he got, it's another YouTuber actually, and his content is like top notch. So I know we're dealing with a very smart guy. which I'm very excited about. We have 3 pieces of foliage exactly the same. Let's get rid of those foliage right there. Let's add a little bit here. Oh my god, I love placing foliage. I can do this for hours. It's like so relaxing. Oh my god. No, why do you spawn the same foliage twice? Okay, cool. It keeps on spawning the same thing. Do I have it repeated or something? Oh, I think I do. That's why. Oops. That makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, I remember this friend of mine. He was selling an Oreo cookie on Sketchfab, and he is his most sold item. And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I was never expecting an Oreo cookie to give me like so much, to be sold that many times." And I was like, "What? An Oreo cookie?" And he had the Oreo cookie with the logo, and he had just the chocolate cookie without the logo of Oreo. And I was like, I can't believe this stuff. And most people who sell assets are like that, are like, dude, like, I never thought of these assets doing this well in the marketplace. Like, can't believe it. That's the thing that really excites me. Like, just making one asset and leave it there. It's like an investment. Like, I put some time up front and then just let it be. Like, it's like planting a seed or something. It's like, yep, just let it grow and see how people use it and stuff. I'm spawning foliage on top of this little building. That's super nice. We need some stairs because this makes no sense. Alright, okay, it's 5:30. I guess I'm gonna take a break and I should be back a little bit later. I need to really I need to stop playing games that much. I got back into gaming like the last 2 weeks. I'm playing.
Yeah, that's really good for long term.
Yeah. I haven't sold any assets online. Like, I've been an artist for 3D artist for like almost 9 years now, and yeah, like 10 almost 10 years. And I never sold a 3D asset before. I sold motion graphic videos for concerts and stuff. Yeah, I've sold plenty of those for clients, and for in my Gumroad I've sold those, but I never sold 3D stuff, and it's kind of like time to get some cool stuff out there. And this style that I'm working with, it's very popular, and I really like it, and I really want to create like nice characters and animations for this. Imagine like creatures like toads and like snakes and stuff, but like very nicely animated, and like that would be super awesome. I think that's something I was trying to find and I was not able to find. There is some stuff like that, but I would like to create a nice pack. I think that will do very well. It's gonna take some hard work for sure, but this line, I don't really like this line. Maybe I need to place a rock in there to blend in things together. But yeah, I think we got something.
You have 3D printers? So that you can make figures and merchandise thingy. They go for great price online.
No, I don't have a 3D printer. I kind of want to get into 3D printing for sure. I think I know some people here who are making figurines and very interesting stuff with that. I actually, yeah, that's an interesting idea. But yeah, I kind of want to make game props, and like blueprints for Unreal Engine and stuff, and mega scans, sell not mega scans, 3D scans, because I live in Costa Rica and I have a lot of cool things to scan, so I kind of want to go that route. But 3D printing is an interesting option. Definitely, when I get some extra money, I kind of want to get a nice 3D printer and experiment a little bit with that thing. It's just that the physical aspect of things makes the logistics harder, you know. I like the digital. It's just like you can work for whoever, whenever, whatever part of the world you get. You send an email, you send a file, it's done. No need for physical things. I really like that about digital art. It's just like, well, that's it. Send a Google Drive link and you're done. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the conversation, and see you soon.